Hello, this is Kelly with Indiana Inker Plans. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do a plan with me in my Happy Planner Classic Vertical Undated layout. And this is a back planner for me. So I keep in a different planner and in my phone what's supposed to happen throughout the week. And I put in this planner what actually happened. So it's kind of like a memory planner without pictures. So I just keep one of these sheets on my desk and jot down what I want to make sure that I put in this planner. I also do a lot of memory planning, so be sure to check my channel for some of that. I have memory planners for each one of my grandkids, but I don't do videos on those a lot. But this past week, my community, along with a lot of other communities as well, went through a historic flood. Luckily, my home and my place of employment were not affected, but so many in all of these communities have lost their homes, their businesses, their place of employment, their vehicles, just everything. And it is just, I can't bring myself to go through those neighborhoods, and it's just so heartbreaking to me. I have donated supplies and things like that, and do plan to do some volunteer work later this week, but I don't do well on the front lines. I'm more of a help behind the scenes type person. So I just added this set to my shop this week, and $1 for every sheet sold will go towards the flood victims in my area. So I will use the funds to buy gift cards or supplies that are still needed and donate it to the local donation hub. So, and I plan to do this through the end of the year, at least, maybe longer. But when you've got, there's 5 sheets in this collection. I just added one this morning, and but I didn't print it and add it, but it's all of these illustrations, but smaller. So if you use a mini planner, then sheet 5 is for you. You can buy these sheets individually, or you can buy sheets 1 through 4 as a set. So we are going to be using this page today along with these. So I did these so that if you're doing a spread, then you'll have 2, so that you'll have 1 for each side, since they both wouldn't fit on one of these sheets. So we'll be using these. We had over 10 inches of rain on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then we had more rain on Thursday and Friday and Saturday. Not as much on Saturday as what we had Tuesday through Friday last week, but we had a lot of thunderstorms, and I don't think we had any tornado warnings or anything like that. We may have had a couple severe thunderstorm warnings. So we didn't, other than the flooding, which was catastrophic, we didn't have any other contributing factors. We didn't have any straight line winds. We didn't have tornadoes. We didn't have any of those types of things, thank goodness. This was more than bad enough. So I also pulled out raindrops from my shop. So you've got 2 different sheets to choose from on those. And then the dark clouds sheet, we would maybe use some of those. And then you've also got the option for these smaller clouds. And then I also pulled out the lightning sheets as well. So, and then I pulled out Mojo's Spring Boxes 2.0 and her Brown Boxes and More for boxes, and I pulled out a Planny Thing washi. So we will see. And although I don't plan on using these in this spread, these are also a new release for the shop this week. These are printables only, but these are background papers, and you can print them on 28-pound, 32-pound copy paper or on sticker paper. Print them on your printer, cut them out. You can use them as is. You can tear them, you can cut them, whatever, for your planner, your journal, craft projects, whatever. And $1 for every one of these that's sold will also be donated to the flood victims in my area. And I have several background sticker sheets in the shop that are physical only. If you would like to have those as a printable option, let me know and I will start adding those to the shop as a printable option as well. So let's get started. I just realized I didn't pull date stickers out. So I pulled out neutral, date the dates, because we may use just the brown ones out of there. So let me see, how do I want to do this? Where did I put those? Because I want to put these on each side, so I don't know if I'll need, I'm going to put that maybe in the center. And then maybe those will come over top. Let's get our trusty wax paper out. And I've got my fan on. Okay. So let's see how this looks before we commit to anything. So if we put, I think I'm going to take it off the page a little bit. Really like that for that to cover up notes, but it doesn't look like it's going to. So I'll have to cover that up. But I really don't want all of that to be cut off. So how am I going to do that? I don't want, I think we just won't cut as much of that one off. So then that's not going to be big enough to fit there. So I may have to use part of that other one. It'll work, we'll just figure it out. Let's white out notes. We're going to move it up just a little bit more. I know it's not clear off, but I didn't want to put that down. Move that up a little bit so that I can put that wash or that sticker strip underneath there. So I'm not going to worry that that corner is open because I want most of the sticker on there. And we're not going to paste that down. Okay, so I'm just going to barely put that underneath there. Okay, so now we'll take, let's see, this one's a little, no, we'll do this. Take my X-Acto knife and we'll see if we can cut this so that it's not straight. Well, I guess I didn't cut deep enough. Try and use a little bit more pressure this time. There we go. Okay. Save the rest of that. I doubt that we use it, but we'll save it anyway. So now let's trim this up. Cut that apart first. Okay, so I like that really well. Should have taken that in just a little bit further, but that's okay. Because I didn't really have a very busy week last week. So we have plenty of room. We can just put boxes through the center, I think. So let's get it dated and then we will see what else we want to do. So I think I'm going to do, actually I know, I am going to do brown because we've got the brown in the trees and in this house here. So let's see, where's which one do I want? I like this font. So we have the 10th through the 16th. So do we want to put some, I think maybe we will put some of this washi across the top, because I always think I'm going to do that and have something to just kind of put the dates on. And I tend to forget to do that. Or should we just put the washi across the top? I think we're going to run it across the center. Do that. Or should I put it up a little bit higher? We're gonna have those there. Maybe it needs to go up a little bit higher. put it there. So this needs to come down a little bit more. We'll cut these apart. Okay, so I like that. So now let's put our dates on. Said we have the 10th through the 16th. And let's see, do we want to use, I think I want to use the dark brown. Let's do these. I'm debating on what planner I want to use for next year for my back planner, because I've done this planner I think every year since I started in 2018. Maybe I started this one in doing these in 2019. So I definitely want to keep doing these, even though I'm doing my memory planner. I don't put the same thing in my memory planner that I put in here. I just put the things in my memory planner for what I have photos for. So I don't typically have photos for when I work over, or when I run to Walgreens, or any of those things. So let's see, here's August. Okay, now we need our days of the week. Yeah, so I'm not sure if I want to do another Happy Planner Undated. I love Calva Plan's seasonal planner this year, but there's just a couple things about her layouts that I don't like. And because I used her planners for a few years, and so there's a part of me that wants to buy the seasonal planner from her and then buy Live Love Posh's insert. So I don't know, because it's hard to do happy planners because of them having half of the month on the other side of their divider, which everybody wishes that they would stop that. So you would think that they would get the message and stop that, but they don't, just like they don't quit putting notes on this side, which is extremely frustrating on both counts. Okay, so now do we really want to do like the clouds and the rain? I think maybe if we do I don't know, I may have enough on this one. We can do, let's do these and then we'll see. We'll take that one off the page a little bit, I guess. And we'll use this one. this one down a little bit further. That's probably what I should have done with this one. Let's move this one down a little bit if it will let me. Okay, let's do that. So then they're not so uniform. Trim that off. Okay, so now let's, I don't know, I don't think I want to add any of those, but I do want to add, I don't think I'm going to add the big lightning strikes. Do you want to maybe I'll put these, because we had some pretty loud thunderstorms, that's for sure. So we'll just put a lightning strike underneath each one of them. Then we'll put our boxes in, and then we'll fill in with raindrops. I really like that washi underneath there. I think that looks really nice. Okay, so now let's do our boxes. So we are done with that book. So I want to use a combination of, I should have had these marked. This color, this light blue, and then of course the dark brown. So we need a box for Monday, because I found out that I am going to be a mammal again come March. So that was pretty exciting. So we'll put a box there for that. I'm going to do a brown box. Let's do the next size. So my grandson stayed with me for a few hours. I have him every other Tuesday evening for a few hours. Okay, so Tuesday and Wednesday is when we had lots and lots of rain. So let's put, because I didn't have anything, let's just put that right there for that. And then I had dinner plans on Thursday. We ran a couple errands. And then Friday, just needed a small box for Friday. Because I worked over, seems to be the story of my life here lately. Okay, Walgreens, I will put a small box there for that. And then of course, Sunday I was busy all day. So we will let's put a brown, see if I have a brown full box. I don't know that I want to do a journaling box. We may just let's do 2 smaller boxes so then it doesn't look. Let's put this down here. And we'll put that there. Okay, so we've got our boxes. I need to find some storm quotes. Maybe I'll work on that and I can add those to Stickers for a Cause section. So let's choose the raindrops that are on here. And I'm not sure if I want to use the larger raindrops or the smaller ones. I think maybe we'll use a combination, because then we've got these bigger ones. that spread out as well. I can't even begin to imagine what it would be like to have your house flooded. I mean, for most people, their house is, their safe place, their domain, and my favorite place to be is home. And I know not everyone is like that. A lot of people prefer to be out traveling or working or volunteering or and don't particularly care for spending a lot of time at home. So that's what makes the world go round, I guess. Everybody likes different things. But even when I was growing up, I spent a lot of time in my room, and it was my favorite place to be. Okay, so I think I'm going to stop there with the raindrops. So I think for right now it's done. I don't think I want washi or anything down here. I think I'm just going to leave it like this. So let's pop it on the discs and see what we think. So sometimes when you do that, you'll see something that you missed. Oops, I guess I need to punch it. Pull out my We Are Memory Keepers punch. And we will punch those. Now we will pop those on the discs. Okay, I really like how this turned out. I hope you guys liked it as well. I hate the reason for why I use these stickers, but I definitely like the way this layout turned out. So if you like this video, hit the like button. If you'd like to see more of my videos, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in my next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.